Hello everyone. So for a while now, me and Dot have been getting into rearing our own chickens, and I bought an incubator online on eBay. It was really cheap and rubbish, and it had really big temperature differentials, and I was getting really bad numbers out of it. Not even half of the eggs I was putting in it were hatching, and yeah, it was just a nightmare. So I decided I was going to make one. So I got some offcuts from sleepers from the door and the window that I made, and that's what you can see me cutting just there and processing. It's all just offcuts of old railway sleepers, hardwood sleepers, untreated. And so we set about making a cabinet style box jointed incubator with hatching tray. Okay, enjoy the video. Mostly doing a non-talking video here, just doing the work, but the last one of these I did cabinet like this. Everyone asked what the glue was. It is epoxy. This is a marine high quality epoxy from a reputable company, and for things where you might want a little bit of gap filling, although these joints are nice and tight, put a bit of sanding sawdust in there. And that'll colour it nicely for us. Might have mixed up a bit too much, so that tends to be a pattern with epoxy. Always tends to do too much. But it's better to have too much than not enough. Let's get a bit more sawdust in there. Well, it was an egg-shaped window, but then I started looking at it and I thought, hang on, does look like an egg, but it also looks like a toilet seat. So I think we're going to change it. I think I'll make it just oval. Because yeah, it just looks too much like a toilet seat. It is egg-shaped, but I never realised how much an egg looks like a toilet seat. So never mind, we'll make it oval. Right, that's a little bit better than an oval anyway. Egg candler. Okay everyone, it's done. It's been a long project this. There's actually a lot of parts to it. I think hundreds of parts to it. Lots of wiring. I didn't show much of the wiring unfortunately because I didn't really know what I was doing as I was doing it. It's hard to video when you don't know exactly what you're going to do. But it's turned out fantastically. I'm getting my temperature just coming up now and I'm getting my humidity right. So I'm at 36.5 degrees, 65% humidity. Temperature's coming up, humidity's going down. It's working pretty good. I've got on the side here, this is an egg candler, so I can turn that on and I can candle, see if eggs are fertilised. On the back there is the timer which controls the egg turning tray. I'll show you that now. I have put in a bulb that's colour changing so you can have different colours, and that shines over the top of the eggs. I think that's quite a nice colour for the wood. And then the tray is on a timer. It comes on for 1 minute every hour, but I can put it on manually, so I put it on and that turns the eggs. Stick an egg in there. So that turns them every hour. I'll put that back onto timer. So the heat for the system is being supplied by a 50 watt ceramic heater and a 60 watt it's like a strip of aluminium, must be some kind of resistance heater. It came out of an old incubator I had. So we've got a total of about 110 watts, and then there's a USB fan keeping the air moving. And this here is like it's called a donut. It's basically like an ultrasonic, atomizes the water, makes it into a mist, so that keeps it humid, and that goes via the timer that you saw counting down. And I can just change the time on and time off settings for that to adjust the humidity. So on the top is this nice window, and this gives us a view into the hatching tray, which is what the drawer is at the top. This drawer, a bit stiff, it's sanding down a bit, but yeah. So this drawer is where the eggs go in 3 days before hatching, so they can hatch with a fairly solid base to sit on, to stand on. So that's the hatching drawer with the view window. Yeah, just give you a few different angles of it. I think it turned out really well. Control, it's quite simple. This is just a thermostat switch that's controlling those heaters, humidity meter, just a switch that turns the light on. There's a lot of wires because there's a lot of different things in there. It's not that complicated really. Could be done with like a Arduino or something, but I don't really know programming those, so I just did it with like pre-made boards and things and timers. So yeah, so I'm going to let it get dark and then we shall come out here and we can have a look at what it looks like with a nice light in it. I'll take that egg out before it starts incubating. Stick that on there. Yeah, once it's dark we'll fiddle around with the light, have a look at it, the nice lights coming out of it, see how that works. Okay, so the light's gone down a bit, so you can see how it'll look with the light in there. You can see it looks really rather cool. Yeah, just to clarify what this is, so when you have fertilised eggs, once they've been in the incubator for about a week, you can usually tell if it's worth continuing to incubate them by shining a light through them. So you shine the light through and you can see the embryo and veining around the egg, and you can test whether you want to keep it in the incubator. Yeah, and you can do that early on so that you don't end up having too many eggs in there that aren't going to hatch and having them explode, you know, and go rotten on you. So very good thing to have, and you can check the progress of them as well, so that's a really handy thing to have right next to it. Right, so that's basically it. Let me know what colour you think's the best. That's quite nice. And we got the, let's call that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. Let me know which one you like the best.